Before we start today's video, check out our affiliate links in the description down below. These can make some great gifts with the holiday season just around the corner, or even a gift for yourself. It supports the channel at no extra cost of you. Thanks so much. May the force be with you, and enjoy the video.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have some exciting new reveals and even teases for the future of TEASES from Star Wars Outlaws. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from one of my favorites out there, StarWarsNewsNet.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Humberly Gonellas, who takes on behind the scenes the voice of TEASES in the brand new Star Wars Outlaws video game, what kind of recently discussed and revealed what it was like playing a rookie scoundrel, to be a part of the franchise and to be a part of a galaxy far, far away in Star Wars Outlaws, and also even teases that she would be more than happy to play TEASES within live action in return in the near future. So this weekend, Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment's new game, Star Wars Outlaws, had entered the full release following a 3-day early access window. As is usually the case with AAA video game launches, the title's developers have participated in a number of interviews to help promote its release. And so now, Humberly Gonellas, the actress who portrays player character TEASES, has begun to discuss her experience working on the game. She recently spoke with Variety.com about how she contributed to Kay's characterization, representation in Star Wars, her thoughts on live action TEASES stories, and so much more. Gonellas had begun by mentioning the rich story opportunities that the game's original trilogy setting presents to the development team, saying, and quote, "It is a time of where the crime syndicates are really thriving. The underbelly of Star Wars is rampant. So insert this new scoundrel story where she's a young girl that isn't a Jedi, she's not a Sith, she doesn't want to belong to anybody, not the rebels, not the Empire. She simply has a dream of getting rich and being free out there in the galaxy doing her thing. But she doesn't know what that means necessarily, but we also get to explore with her through her rookie ways of becoming this incredible scoundrel, but not having the experience like the ones that we've seen portrayed in Star Wars before, like Lando Calrissian and Han Solo. She is a different one because she doesn't have that experience, so getting to explore the underworld with someone who doesn't have or know the dangers of it is very so much quite exciting. And that quote right there, it is definitely something to really ponder about, really look about. Of like, you take this character of TEASES, she isn't experienced like that, and she's not supposed to be experienced like that in comparison to those other scoundrels, as she even mentions, like Lando and like Han Solo before as well. Those are very experienced characters when we come about them in the original trilogy, and even before then when we see them in the Solo spin-off of Star Wars story, they're very experienced characters almost, it feels like, by then. So when you take a character like TEASES that's just very new flesh, if you will, and throw her out there into that vast galaxy and into that game sort of playing part of the crime world, essentially, it gets very interesting. From the sound of things as well, Kay's initial lack of experience dealing with the galaxy's criminal element was an appealing part of the character for Gonellas as well. The actress felt that emphasizing Kay's newcomer status also allows the game to present a well-trodden era of Star Wars in a new light. She says that there, in quote, "I know that when she was first crafted, they were making her a bit more cynical, a bit more snappy and sassy, but me coming in meant I wanted to bring more vulnerability to her. The cracks in the shield, the flaws that she had to over composure through, and that, to me, that makes her so much more complex, so much more layered. Because if she's a rookie, how does she show up in the world and kind of like with what she is learning? And so we got to experience this timeline in Star Wars that everybody knows so well, of course, but through fresh eyes, a new point of view, that of what happens when TEASES is meeting face to face with maybe Jabba the Hutt. Who knows, who runs one of the baddest crime syndicates out there? She has no idea who, maybe he is. It's a very fun experience to really input this rookie scoundrel in a world that we know so well and is so dangerous, but maybe she doesn't. And I think that quote right there, and it is a very true thing when you look at it like that there as well. You have her interacting with like big bad characters like Jabba the Hutt, or maybe like pose her against Darth Vader, for example. I don't think that happens in the game, but for example, of course, she doesn't realize who that is or how much more of a threat he really is. She doesn't necessarily know how to approach that situation. It makes things so much more interesting, especially when you look at it at this open world game aspect of things, this open kind of choice game. Essentially, you're able to make those choices and those decisions and get those different outcomes. Having a lead role in a big, long-running franchise like Star Wars brings a performer a lot of visibility as their character gains a fan base of their own. Star Wars fans in particular are known to latch onto even the most minor characters and enjoy cosplaying them at conventions and other fan events. Unsurprisingly, Gonzella has already had the chance to see some fans dressing up as their character, as exciting that is as well. She says that they're, in quotes, "I met this young girl who came dressed as K-Vess. She built everything herself. She created the classic bomber leather blue jacket that K-Vess wears, the track pants, the boots, she had her hair done, the makeup, she even had this backpack, and it was Nick's. I was in awe, because at this moment in real time of how important representation is, and especially having female protagonists in the gaming industry, there can be so much toxicity, a lot of misogyny, a lot of just trolls on the internet, that when women enter this space, there can be a lot of sexism as well, even though there is so much creativity and expertise when it comes to women in that field. And this young girl came to me and just said, I have been waiting for a project like this for so long, for me to play as a strong female, lead and explore an open world, and she really just wanted to thank me. I think that quote right there honestly is also such a heartwarming part of that as well, that she's kind of come to the realization of when you play a character in this franchise, you're gonna have people that really are quite obsessive about those characters, as exciting as it is, and it has an impact, is the meaning to it there as well. So let's discuss the exciting one. When asked about the possibility of playing K-Vess and getting her own live action adventures or just bringing the character into live action, Gonnella's also seemed quite interested in that prospect, saying that they're, in quote, I think it would be an incredible thing to see K-Vess in live action, because one thing that we don't see in animation is those micro expressions of real human beings on screen, and it would be so incredible for me to experience of what it would be like to be literally in her costume, in her appearance, her likeness, in the landscape, and to see her interact with real characters and the creatures. It would be a dream come true. I certainly would not say no to that opportunity, and I think that there's so many opportunities to see K-Vess in other aspects of established roles in Star Wars, because we're in the original trilogy, and there's so many opportunities for her to exist or show up in different places. So yes, it would be really amazing, and I think that the fans would love it. I mean, that quote right there, she's not wrong about that. I think the fans would love to see K-Vess in a galaxy far, far away in the future, and she even kind of mentions it of how perfect that setup is of seeing her in the Mandoverse. Anyway guys, with this all being said, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.